Everyone, and thank you so much for attending the 2026 Annual General UMSU Elections Community Representatives Forum. Alright, everyone's grabbed their seats, all the candidates are there. I would like to start this event off with a territory acknowledgement. The University of Manitoba campuses are located on the original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples and are the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories, and we acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Just a reminder, there is a draw for anyone that attends the forum in person to win a gift card for UMSU businesses. If you attend all 3 days, you will get 3 entries. Please come to the table at the back of the forum to enter the draw. You do need to be an UMSU member. The winner will be contacted at a later date through email, and pickup will occur at the UMSU Service Center. Today is your last day to get this draw. All right. The questions have been predetermined and not provided to the candidates prior to the event. Before they begin their answer, the candidate can ask me to repeat the question. We have a large group of candidates today, so unfortunately we do not have time for questions from the audience. We encourage you to reach out to the candidates or visit them during tabling to ask any questions you have. Each candidate will quickly introduce themselves and will have a limit of 1 minute to answer each question. Each candidate is going to get the same questions. We will stagger the order of who is asked each question. So, let's get started with each of you quickly introducing yourself. And we will begin with Raiden.
Hello guys, my name is Raiden Sela. I am First Nation Cree from Thompson, Manitoba. I am currently in my 4th year studying psychology, where I hope to pursue a career in the arts and appeal once I graduate.
Awesome. And just to confirm, Raiden is running for an Indigenous Students Rep.
Thank you.
Next we're going to move to Tirth.
Hello everyone, my name is Tirth. I'm in my 4th year in Faculty of Science, pursuing computer science. I'm an international student from India. I'm a current international students rep for Science Students Association. I'm also a vice president communications and marketing for University of Manitoba Tech and Innovation Club. I'm a student ambassador at the International Center, where I help them create content, engaging content, and create events and plan events. I'm also a registration advisor at the First Year Center, where I've been working for 4 years now. And I also work at the Student Affairs Communications Office. And in the past, I worked at the Admissions Office for a year. Thank you.
All right, and next we have Gwendolyn.
Hi, my name is Gwendolyn Freehart. My pronouns are they and them, and I'm running for the 2S LGBTQIA community rep position.
All right, thank you. Next we have Adita.
Hi everyone. My name is Adita Binti Zaman. I'm a 3rd year physics major. I'm currently serving as the president of UMBSA and an event manager in UMSU Care, and also an inventory manager in Filmmaker Club, and also a volunteer in UFM radio station 101.5, and I'm running for your next student security representative.
Thank you. Next is Kristen.
Hi everyone, my name is Kristen Ling. I'm currently 2nd year labor study and minor in philosophy. I'm currently a pre-law student, and I'm also a part of pre-law society, where my role is accessibility representative for pre-law. In the future, in March, we will have like a first event, Know Your Right, to educate students about different kind of rights, especially emphasize on disability. It will be the first event, Know Your Right, at the university, that we invite lawyers to equip students and help to educate students to protect themselves in a variety of fields. Yeah, and I'm running to be your UMSU accessibility representative.
Right, thank you. Next is Sanamar.
Hi, my name is Neymar. I am pursuing data science at the University of Manitoba. I am a returning student after 3 years, so I know the challenges. So I am running for the mature and part-time student community representative this year.
Thank you. Next is Ariva.
Hi everybody, I'm Riva. I'm a 1st year Bachelor's of Science student, intended major in Biological Sciences and minor in Psychology. I'm running to be a racialized student representative.
Thank you. And finally is Koltaj.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Koltaj Kaur. I'm running to be your next UMSU Women's Rep. I'm currently a 2nd year Faculty of Science student. I'm majoring in psychology and minoring in microbiology, and I'm really grateful for everybody that showed up today.
Thank you very much to all the candidates. So the following questions are intended for all the candidates. Once again, you can ask me to repeat the question because there's quite a few of you. I might get lost in the And then next up there, we will begin with Gwendolyn. Here's the question. For the community that you are hoping to represent, what do you think is the biggest priority or something that needs immediate attention?
Biggest priority, I would say, is creating a safe space for folks and a place where they feel like they belong. There's a lot of queer students on campus, whether there's representation in every department or not. But in this role, I would make it a priority for sure that folks feel safe coming to us and feel like they have a space they can go.
All right, thank you very much. Next we have Hector. Do you need me to repeat the question?
That's okay.
Okay.
I think the biggest problems that international students face right now is isolation and that transition from their home country to Canada. I've talked to many international students and most of them face isolation. They feel alone because everyone just comes to class and then leaves for a different class or they just go home right away. So they never make friends. So I want to make sure there's I can create spaces or events on campus where they can come and they can talk to other students from different cultures and they can make good friends here in Canada, because the one thing I love about the University of Manitoba is diversity, and I want to make sure I embrace that diversity by creating more events on campus.
Thank you. Next is Raiden.
Could you repeat the question?
Yes. For the community that you are hoping to represent, what do you think is the biggest priority or something that needs immediate attention?
Yeah, so from my experience, I think what needs the most attention in my community is probably community itself. Since I've been here at the university, I've kind of, sorry, let me repeat that. There's about 3,500 Indigenous students on this campus, if you didn't know that. And sometimes when I look around the room, I don't fully see that. I don't see that community. I don't see 3,500 Indigenous students together. And so, when I go to events, when I go to things, and there's a good group of us that show up, right? But it's that same consistent group of people that always show up, which is good. That's not bad. But it's about getting other people involved, getting other people to care, and it's about making people care and bringing them in, right? So that would be my main priority. And my first step is to be getting more people involved within the community itself. And yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Koltaj.
Yeah, so I think that the biggest issue that women on our campus are currently facing, I've been very sort of attentive to the people around me in the past year. I come from a background of science. There are a lot of high-achieving women on our campus. There's a lot of incredible student female athletes. There are women in leadership. There are women in business. Women who are doing research. And I find that they're already in these positions, and the best way that I can support them is to make sure that somebody is there to make sure that their physical and mental well-being is actually still keeping up with the pace at which they're working. I believe that I want to work on burnout prevention strategies. Mental health and physical health wellness is really important, and I know that that's something that the women on this campus do need, even though it's not maybe something that's as talked about, but I believe that that's probably the most common issue for sure.
All right, thank you very much. Aviva.
Thank you for this lovely question. So first of all, that brought my attention for this community is...
Pardon me, Aviva.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So I think the racialized community, the thing that I think that needs immediate attention is making students feel like they're coming to home. They're not coming here just to study, just to go home, but they're coming to a place where they feel comforted, they feel there's clear transparency on what's being addressed, what is the progress. They're being heard about their concerns and everything they want to talk about. Also a clear making information which is easier to find, be it scholarships, bursaries, cultural events where they can meet the kind of community they want to be around. That's something the racialized community would need, and that's something that needs an immediate attention.
All right, thank you very much. Sandamar.
For the mature community, I feel that the main problem is to understand the resources what are provided by the federal and provincial government because most of the returning students, they don't know about the resources, and also in the university that, as I feel, there is a good connection between the community. So I want to build a strong community where they can feel comfortable to share their concern and we can together solve their issues. and guide them to what other resources are available to them.
All right, thank you very much. Kristen.
Yes, so what brought me to attention about my community is that I did spend some time to talk to a few students with disability, with variety of disability, like physical and also mental and neurological. The common things they told me is that the accessibility service at our school is really limited and lack of proactive and also flexibility to give them accommodation. For example, the distance between class is really far, and for a person with physical disability, they have to use wheelchair to commute. It takes lots of time for them to move between class, and they told me that it's extremely difficult for them to move from class to class, especially if the class is too close. So I want to raise this concern to the administration to solve that. And also the SAS give like a 2 weeks time notice to actually receive accommodation is not really proactive, in my opinion.
All right, thank you very much, Kristen. Next is Adada.
Thank you so much again. What brought my attention for this community is the bridge that's missing between struggles and empowerment. We all lack our support, and we all want to be seen, supported, and heard in our ways, the ways we want to be heard and seen. So for that, what brought my attention is that we need to talk more about getting feedbacks from every student who deserves, who needs support from their way. Other than that, of course, it's just not about physical disabilities, invisible disabilities, and academically. So I'll be bringing more career-focused events for people with short attention span like ADHD, anxiety, and all the mental disorders. And I'm going to get regular feedbacks from student groups and faculty heads in order to create this campus a belonging place for everyone, for you, for me, for this whole community.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to move on to our second question for our candidates here today. How does your background and experiences make you a suitable option for the community that you're going to represent? And we're going to begin with Kristen, whenever you're ready.
Yes, for sure. Sorry. Yes, so I'm currently I have my life experience in navigating the university system for accommodation and support, but I wasn't identified with disability until 10 years ago. So I was a really competent, like really smart and strong. But then until 10 years ago when I was identified, my life completely changed. So since then I started to navigate. I learned that the university system, education and society still really lots of barriers, a lot of policies that hinder student disability to actually access equitable education. So with that being said, with my life experience and mutual leadership, I have involved a lot of mutual leadership before. Unfortunately, it's too long that I cannot speak right now, but I hope that you guys can check my profile in a couple of days so that you can know how I'm qualified. But my recent position is Pre-Law Accessibility Representative, where I try to host an event to actually better protect disability.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Thank you very much. We're going to move to Sanamar.
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, of course. How does your background and experiences make you a suitable option for the community that you are going to represent?
I'm representing mature and part-time community this year. I'm running for that, and as for my background, I'm also the returning student after 3 years back to the university. So I know how the challenges the people are facing who are mature students and handling the job, as I am also working full-time job and handling studies on the side. So I feel the pressure and also the time concerns, because most of the mature students who work balancing the life responsibilities and the study did not get enough time to attend the events and enjoy the experience life, because university is not only about the long lectures or study, it's also about making connections, your friend circle, and what you learn, how you experience the life in university. So that's why I wanna be done for the represent this community this time. And also as a background, in the past I do the community services in Khalsa and different, and also I was a representative at the UORFA for the Sikh Student Association over there.
All right. Thank you very much, Sanamar. We're going to move to Ariva.
So the previous experience I've had, I worked for an MLA where I saw policies and advocacy firsthand and how these impact students and how much they need to be addressed. I also found an interest in diversity, cultures, by being part of Folklorama. I'm currently the Ambassador General for Folklorama too, where I'm representing over 43 pavilions. And also in university, I'm pretty new, but I'm part of various clubs like HSC, where I help with everything and promoting the culture of those clubs. And I look forward to many more.
All right, thank you very much, Ariva. We're going to move to Kultaj.
Yeah, so I'm in my second year, but for my first 2 years, especially my first year, I was really sort of looking for a community to really be a part of. First year especially can feel pretty isolating, not really knowing what to do when you're in a massive class, when you're in a massive biology class with like 150 people, you don't want to talk to anyone. So in my first year, I began as a key holder actually for the Women's Center, and I was also part of Manitoba Latnia, which is just an organization that focuses on empowering South Asian women. And so those two things really gave me a sense of community, and I really realized that I wanted to give back to those people that really believed in me. In my first year, I met some incredible people in the Women's Center, and I'm really grateful for those people because they encouraged me to sort of keep going. And even well before the election, I was also very fortunate to continue making those connections. So I do want to give back to that community for sure.
All right, thank you very much, Kultaj. We're going to move to Raiden.
So, wait, sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, of course. How does your background and experiences make you a suitable option for the community that you are going to represent?
Yeah, so there's two parts to this. One is my personal experience. As Indigenous people, there are a lot of issues that we all face similarly. Well, things like mental health, substance abuse, alcoholism, drugs, and health, nutrition, dieting, things like that. These are all things that I face in my personal life and things I've overcame myself. And for secondly, my work experience. I was the Indigenous Resident Advisor here on campus for 2 years, and I was on the Art Student Body Council for 2 years now, and same with UMISA for the last 2 years. So those two together, I believe that my life experiences gives me the heart, the passion, the resilience to do this job, and my work experience gives me the knowledge and the capabilities to do this job. So, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to move to Tur.
Thank you so much, Michaela and Julie, for the question. My experience last year as the International Students Rep for Science Students Association has been really helpful to make me a good candidate for this position. I organized many community building events such as the indoor beach volleyball night, which many people loved and requested to be organizing again. And then I also did gingerbread house contest for international students. In collaboration with others, I did Activate Game Night, Valentine's Craft Night, as well as No Maze recently with over 90 plus students, which also students loved. My goal always has been to bring students from different cultures together. And that is one of the reasons why I took a job at the International Center as a student ambassador, because I wanted a platform where I can organize more events to bring more international students together. Nothing makes me more happy than seeing students from different cultures together and making friends. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And next is Gwendolyn.
So I've been queer my whole life, which is pretty relevant experience, I think. And I've spent the better part of the last decade in advocacy work, whether that be in my personal life and to my friends or to my schools. I've spent a lot of effort, and I think there's a lot of importance in it. I've hosted lots of queer events, including some of the first in my hometown. I've worked with a lot of rural and urban queer organizations, so I have a lot of experience.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, Adina.
Thank you for this lovely question. So my journey with SAS started 3 years ago, and it has been a process for me. I have learned to be a community leader from being a shy kid. So it all happened because I started my journey with SAS. I have realized in my journey that how important it is to overcome your fear, to work on your struggle, and then work on your traumas in order to be a better version. And that has inspired me to be the voice for everyone else who is not expressive, who is still struggling with their traumas, and who doesn't know how to express themselves. So I have all the resources. Like I said, I want to be the bridge between your struggles and your empowerment. Our campus should be free for everyone. It should be a belonging space for everyone. Not just an inspiration that I'm bringing to the table, but it should be open to all the students who doesn't know yet how to be their best version. So I'll be bringing all the resources to your table in order to help you become your best version, because we all deserve to be our best versions. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Audrey. Our next question is, what are your plans to engage and communicate with the students you represent? We will begin with Koltaj. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you for the question. I think the biggest way to engage the women across campus in general, like we have incredible resources on campus for women. At the Women's Center, we have a breadth of resources, and honestly, I don't think that people across faculties are even aware that we have so much help for them. There's people in engineering, in science, in art that probably have no idea that, you know, if there's a bathroom near them that doesn't have menstrual hygiene products, that we have them and we always have them. So I think expanding that and working across all faculties is something that's really, really important, because people don't know that this is a space that's accessible. People don't know that we have a room where you can go and you can breast pump if you need to for your baby. Like a lot of people don't know that we even have that. So I want to work across faculties, and I want to just have an open door, and I want to make sure that I'm also somebody that people can talk to and always approach, because I know that knowing that you have someone to advocate for you is really, really important. And again, we have such incredible women on this campus, and advocating for them would truly be an honor. So.
Thank you very much. Next answer is Ariva.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes. What are your plans to engage and communicate with the students you represent?
So for me, engaging with the students with regular student feedback, actually hearing what their needs are and how they can be addressed, that's for sure the #1 priority. And secondly, being transparent with the students on what their concerns are, because just hearing them is not enough. They need answers, and providing those answers. Also supporting cultural clubs, that's a big thing. Our university has over 150 cultural clubs. Supporting all of them to celebrate events, giving them the right kind of funding, that's also one of the strategies.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Sanamar.
For me, the engaging with community is one of the major things as a representative, and for me the first thing I plan to open a form, because as a mature and a part-time students, every one time is not matched. Like if I do tabling, some of the students I can meet and some are not available at that time, because some of the students are coming in the evening and different schedules. So I open the form so they can fill out, and then I ask the timing for I will eventually like the meetings, discussion nights every month, so we can discuss over the concern, what's the concern, and we can solve and provide the resources what they need.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Kristen.
Yes, so for me, the way to reach out to the student I represent is like one of the ways to talk to them in person. A few days ago, when I tried to put my poster around campus, I did try to initiate to talk to a few students with disability that I can physically diagnose at first. Another way is that I will reach out to SAS so that I can personally email all of them and try to get for their feedback and reach out to them and talk to them in person. I do believe the barrier to reach out to them is that students with disability thinks that no one in the school actually try to understand them, and that is one of the students told me a few days ago that the administration at the school seems like they don't really care about the student with disability voice and actually check their feedback and opinion. So I really want to make them feel that I truly want to hear their needs, diversity of needs, and truly want to include them into the policy making and make a really inclusive environment for them.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Next is Adita.
Lovely question. Thank you again for the question. So, as I've mentioned before, from my experience, I had the privilege to serve as the event manager in AMSU Care right now. But I have noticed that we need more feedback options from students, anonymously or even in person, if they want to come to us, talk to us about their struggles, their concerns. We don't have that enough in campus. So my first strategy would be setting up feedback boxes for them and keeping them updated with our newsletter or email system, talking to our faculty heads that what could be done for the betterment of every one of us. Other than that, of course, I have noticed that we don't have enough perfume-free zone, scent-free zone that triggers migraine, sometimes fatigue, classroom environment. So we're going to work on that in order to make every student feel at their best, to have the best outcome from their academic life, because we all deserve, again, to be our best versions. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Gwendolyn.
Okay, so I plan to mostly just expand on what's already been built. This year I have loved spending more time at Pure Student Family Lounge and getting to know other people in the community. That's been really important for my own mental health, but also it's shown me that we have such a fantastic community on campus and we're really good at showing up for each other, and that makes me very excited about some of the possibilities. So QSF currently has a Discord server, and I'm really excited to see what more can be done with that in terms of like online events and more accessible communication to students. I think branching out to different social media platforms is also a great option, as well as a more frequent newsletter. I think those are great ways of connecting with folks.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Third.
Thank you. To make the international student community more engaging and to be more communicating with them, I plan to organize more events in a very limited budget assigned to community reps in student associations such as SSA, for example. I was able to do more than 5 events, and I plan to do those events on large scale now by using UMSU as a platform. I plan to hold regular office hours, even though that is not a requirement being a community rep. I feel like a student has to have an idea of when they can go to the office. Most students don't know where the UMSU ICC office is. I plan to change that by doing more marketing towards the office and making it a welcoming and accessible space. I also plan to send out monthly newsletters to the international students community so that they are aware of things going on around them. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, Raiden.
Yes, okay, so how I plan to engage in this community is social media. I think is probably going to be the biggest thing for me. For people who follow me on social media know I love my social media. I love Instagram, I love yapping, I love vlogging, I love just sharing who I am on social media. So I plan to bring that same kind of energy to like the UVista account or the UMSU Visions page as well on Instagram. Just to make it more fun, more engaging. You know, I think there's a plague of posters that people just like see and don't really care about because there's always so many posters going out all the time. It's also about changing that as well, getting people to interact online more, and so people know what's happening, what things are going. And like posters do that too, but at some point if you have 20 posters on a story or something, no one's going to pay attention. So I plan to be more engaging on social media, and yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Raiden. Before I continue with question 4, I realize this is not said. Shumi, who is running for the Black Students Rep, cannot make it today due to an exam conflict. I assume that she can be reached through various means. She just doesn't tabling, she's online, myriad of ways. Just figured I would put that out there. For our final question for our candidates, since we couldn't really take any questions from the audience due to time, in what specific ways will you collaborate with fellow community reps when it comes to students who are members of intersecting communities? And we're going to begin with Raiden.
Okay, so I've thought about this actually, about what kind of collaborative events that I would want to do if I was the UMSU representative. And this is something that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to or think about as much, but I believe that I want to work with the Black students community specifically during my year as the UMSU rep. And for that reason, as I believe that if you look at both of our histories, Indigenous and Black history, you can see a lot of similarities between the two. And I want to have an event that shows both of our cultures connecting together, because not only would that be beautiful, I think that would be very powerful. And I feel like if we were able to express and show two communities that were both colonized, both hit with just wave of violence, both of us still being here, both of us not really surviving anymore, but thriving, that is something that I want to bring. That's something that I really want to do, and I will make that happen.
All right, thank you very much. Third.
Thank you for the question. To collaborate with other communities, I love collaboration. As a previous international students rep for Science Association, all those events that I held, I was able to make that possible by collaboration. I collaborated with many UMSU reps as well as other faculties such as ASPER, Art Student Body Council, all those faculties. And due to limited budgets assigned to all of those faculties, reps, community reps, we were happy to collaborate on all the events. And I think it's very beneficial, collaboration is very beneficial because that's how people from different cultures come together in a single event. That's how they make friends, that's how they know about different cultures, and that makes it more interesting to being a student here on campus. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Gwendolyn.
I think intersectionality is very important because for every single person, all of those layers of identity make up who they are. And I really like to honor that in the form of collaborating with other groups on campus. Even in my current positions, I'm always open to collaborating and I reach out to others and I'd love to continue that. There are plenty of educational workshops that we can do together in terms of intersectionality. Yeah, lots of options are available.
All right, thank you very much. Adida.
Thank you for the question. So my first priority would be having a transparent communication with other representatives, of course. And other than that, I have mentioned that I had the privilege to serve as the event manager in AMSU Care, where I have hosted last year dodgeball tournament that was the most inclusive event of the year. We all welcomed everyone with an open heart and where everyone felt that they belonged here and they played the game. They had most fun. So of course that, other than that, we have to discover what other options we have to, like in other ways we could be more creative. For example, AMSU Care is also collaborating in Women's Day with BSA this year. No one ever thought that AMSU Care, like as an accessibility representative, as a club, it would be collaborating with a cultural club as well. So we're there, we're being more creative, we're getting more feedbacks from students in order to get the best for them. And that's the best way to communicate for me.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Kristen.
Yes, so I think the first thing is I really have to understand the needs of students with disability because there's a diversity of needs. Some might have physical disability, some might have mental. So it's really important to understand to make an event that all this diversity of disability can attend. And from there, I will talk to a variety of representatives to identify the intersection, the common area that they both interested. But for me, I want to make sure that all students with disability, variety of disability can attend, maybe an online event so that those with physical disability can attend at their own comfort at home. And this year I have a privilege to organize a Know Your Right event. I personally reached out to accessibility rep in science faculty and also in art faculty, and organize an event that can meet the needs of two faculty and also in our engineering faculty as well.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Sanamar.
I think collaborating is one of the effective way to do the events, and as I am thinking about doing the financial workshop for the mature students and to do more workshops for getting to know how is the outside world working, so it's better to collaborate with, like for a business, with the ASPER and with the other communities to get more knowledge and giving more resources to the older students. Even when we are collaborating, who is experienced, they can share their knowledge with others, and it's very helpful for growing up the mindset, widen the horizon of the students, and which is very beneficial in the long term. So I am always open for collaborating.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Ariva.
For me personally, I think collaboration is very important for a successful university, for everybody to feel happy, secure and comforted. Definitely collaborating with different kind of clubs. RIA is a big one, ASPC, and there's so many other smaller clubs that are from different kind of racialized groups. Also not spending so much on these events though, just bringing the people together. For a successful event, it doesn't have to be with lots of money. It can be a good event even if there's some good people together sharing the same kind of purpose. Collaborating with everybody, the VPs, the president or the other community reps definitely is one of them too, because after all the entire team is working to a shared goal, so just making that work better. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, we have Kotaj.
Thank you for the question. I sort of have two parts to my answer. I think the community that I would first want to collaborate with is probably the Indigenous community, missing and murdered Indigenous women advocacy, and also just keeping in mind the health and well-being of Indigenous women on our campus is incredibly important. There's a lot of barriers that women face, well, not only on campus, but sort of everywhere when it comes to their own health. That's something that I'm pretty passionate and mindful of, and I'm always trying to learn more. So that's probably one of the first things that I would do. And the second part to my question is also that as community reps, we are essentially a team. Everyone on this table, across this panel, like we would be a team. We would be working together. We're all sort of on the same side. So I would want to try to reach out to all the community reps and just make sure that we always have effective communication and that we're also we're all friendly and we all know each other and we're always knocking on each other's doors. I think that's the biggest thing. So.
All right, thank you very much. Now, there will be an opportunity for a 1-minute closing statement for each of you, and we will begin with Gwendolyn.
I'm really passionate about our community on campus, and if given the opportunity, I really hope that we can all work together and continue what's already been thriving.
All right, thank you very much. Tim.
Thank you so much. The only thing I want to say is I was passionate since day one of getting admission here at the University of Manitoba, and that passion is how I have been getting opportunities by such as working on campus or volunteering on campus. And I'm going to use those platforms such as UMSU and all the offices I work in. I'm going to use those platforms to make more impact on students. I'm going to say this again. I love the diversity on campus that exists here, and I want to embrace it. There are over 6,000 students, 6,000 international students here at the University of Manitoba, and I want to make sure I make an impact on every one of them. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Raiden.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like this first couple of times I wasn't expecting myself to be so nervous up here, and I'm usually more chilled and laid back or whatever. But I just want to say, I want to do a shout out to I think the Black students community this year, they were seen and heard, and what they did this year was something that I want to do for the Indigenous community next year during my term. I think the way that they presented themselves, the way that they were just always doing something was just so awesome. Like I never really followed up with what they were doing on Instagram, but even just being around, I seen what they were doing, I heard what they were doing, just because they were always doing stuff, and I thought that was awesome. And that's the same energy that I plan to bring for the Indigenous community next year. And that is a promise I will keep, and just stay tuned, because I'm really excited to see myself and my team working towards making us more heard than ever before. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Next is Kotaj.
Thank you. I'm also going to be honest, if you had told me like 4 months ago that I would be sitting here and running for this, I wouldn't believe you, because I didn't really know if I was ever going to do this. But I think that my experiences over the past few months, just being around the incredible women that I am around, like I realized that I do really want to give back, and we have many, many incredibly high achieving, smart, talented women on this campus, and I want to do everything that I can to support them and continue to build that community. And I'm just really grateful to be here, and I'm really grateful to everyone who pushed me to be here and believed in me, and I'm really looking forward to working with everybody.
All right, thank you very much. Ariva.
For my closing statement, I would just like to say I didn't know I would run for this so early, like in my first year, but definitely coming to uni, it taught me that there's so many great people, so many racialized people who are so amazing and can do so much. I just wanted to be the person who can represent them and advocate for them. And also for me, representation isn't just symbolic, it's personal, and I feel so deeply about this community that I would be honored to do whatever I can.
All right, thank you very much. Sanwar.
For me, I am not know that I am running till the last moment, as I am the last candidate who filed my nomination. And for my concern, like I want to build a strong community where everybody feel comfortable to share their concerns and we solve them, and improve our campus lifestyle for everybody enjoy the campus life, because as the stress level is always on high during the study, and especially for mature and some part-time students who handle their life struggles along with studies. So I want to build a community where everybody feel comfortable and safe, and I also want to make the campus life more enjoyable and memorable.
All right, thank you very much. Kristen.
Yes, so I actually want to run for this position for a long time. And that's why I decided to go to law school, because I realized accessibility is not prioritized yet in our society. And oppression doesn't have to be obvious as slavery or colonialism. Oppression happens every day in the embedded policy and decision making, where the voice of disability students are neglected. And for what I believe right now, administration at university are not really prioritized and receive feedback from the student with disability. And I want to really emphasize and represent their voice and really push for change during my term. And I really want students with disability in our university can feel belonging and really truly see a different change during my tenure in in the next coming year. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, Anida.
Thank you so much everyone for listening to us. On my first day of tabling, I was asked that what makes an event the most accessible. What makes our campus most accessible is the sense of belonging. You walk into the campus and you don't second guess yourself. You are seen the way you want to be seen. So if you want to achieve greater heights, if you want to overcome your fear, let me be the voice of yours. I will be there to serve you with all the resources you need in order to get all the help that we need to achieve greater heights and go beyond and above for the betterment of us. So accessibility is just not a luxury, or it's just not something that we yet need to fix or talk about. It's something that's given. It should be our right. It should be our first priority. It should be talked openly. So I'll be there getting all the feedbacks from students individually, anonymously, or everything that I could do. So let me be the voice of yours. I would love to serve as your student representative accessibility. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, to wrap up, I would like to thank the candidates and also the audience for attending. It's a big deal getting involved in student politics and being interested in it. Don't forget to put your name in the draw for a gift card right over here. And remember to vote on March 5th and 6th. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.